Hey guys, Eric from Kansas. I'm Eric. Let me do a review of this replacement battery. So first let's do a check on the Dyson website to see what a replacement battery for your Dyson Cyclone V10 would cost. I googled Dyson, click on the main website, click on the shop, scroll down and you will see parts and accessories. Go to replacement batteries on the bottom left there, click that. Scroll down till you see replacement Dyson Cyclone V10 vacuum battery. Click on select battery and it's $130, of course. Why not? How about new? The battery that I'm going to link down below is about 50 bucks, something like that. I'll just tell you straight up, I think it's worth it. Very simple to replace the battery. There are some very minor differences that I will point out to you here in a minute. Here's your vacuum. On the bottom, you're going to want to use a pretty fine Phillips head screwdriver. You want to take out these two screws right there, and then also on the back of the grip, there's another screw. Take those screws out from the original and keep those screws because you're going to need them to put the replacement battery in. Let me show you the replacement battery. The indicator lights, you just have indicator lights and they're all just rectangles. On the factory battery, you can see the lights are symbolic. Yeah, these three are the battery power level indicator. You have another one that is blockage light. It kind of looks like a P-trap for piping. When that center light right there is flashing, then you have a blockage in your vacuum. And then the last light just says filter. That's supposed to flash till your filter's dirty. So I did a video on the replacement filters that I bought, but I replaced the filters and that seemed to do the trick for a little while. And then this company reached out to me and asked if I would give their battery a try. So this is one of the replacement filters. It's been on here for a while. It's been going strong. It's still it's relatively clean. And so we're just going to use that. I went ahead and dumped out the canister. This is the carpet attachment. I made sure to clean that out. I made sure that the tube was cleaned out. And we're just going to give this thing a run. I like to run it full blast on high all the time. My wife doesn't. She prefers to use low or medium. So let's just give this thing a run, see how it works with the replacement battery, which I've been using for a while, and it's seemed to work well, I think. So let's do a live run of the vacuum. I will show you my dirty floor. Sorry, I'm a slob. The reason we finally got a Dyson vacuum anyway is because of all the dog hair from our shedding ass dog. 2 of them now. The place is constantly covered in dog hair. Let's take a look-see. I got grass and wood chips and all kind of junk on the floor because the dogs drag it in. And then across my gross rug here, more junk on the rug. Pretty gross. Crazy amounts of dog hair everywhere all the time. It drives me nuts. It's why I don't have guests over ever. But that's why we got the Dyson. Okay, we're going to start this out on the low setting. Okay, it runs pretty good, no issues. I did about a maybe 8-foot square area. That cleaned that up pretty good. I'll go ahead and bump it up and we'll get some of this crap on the bare floor. We have so many rugs around the house that we just leave the carpet fitting on the end. So let's put it on medium. Okay, so there it was on medium. Did really well. Here's where I am interested in it. So I'm gonna go empty this canister first. Then I'll come back and we'll run this thing on max. Lotus, why are you in here? Why are you in here? this is all your fault. She's terrified of loud sounds. So anytime I'm running the vacuum, she thinks I'm being murdered. So she has to come check on me. All right, let's try this vacuum out on the max setting. Okay, the canister is empty. We'll hook it back up. Max. Let's finish off the rest of this carpet. Will this thing just keep running? We'll see. Ah, there it was. Did you see that? Did you hear that? Did you see and hear that crap? It was on max. As soon as I started going, it just died. Boof, just stopped. So what we do is we just wait a second, give it a minute, try it again. Good Lord, this rug's filthy. Okay, try again.
Editing Eric here. I just need to interject. I don't think that this starting and then just stopping all of a sudden problem thing is a battery problem. I need to interject that. I don't think it's a battery problem. I think it's just that my vacuum is old as dirt, and I think that's where the problem is. So I still recommend the battery. I actually still recommend the vacuum. You just gotta, it's like anything else. It just kind of breaks down over time.
And it seems to be running fine now. Okay, after running on the low setting for about 5 minutes, the medium setting for about 5 minutes, and the high setting, max setting for about 10, 12 minutes, the vacuum has finally died. Yeah, so if you're gonna run it on max, you're gonna get about, let's say about 15 minutes of run time. Because I got 5 minutes on low, 5 minutes on medium, and about 10 minutes or so on max. So there's that little hiccup there at the beginning of using the max setting. I started to vacuum. It ran for like 2 seconds and just stopped. We just let go of the trigger, wait a second or two, start running it again, and it seemed to do just fine. And that is pretty typical of what has happened since we put the new battery in, which is a lot better than what was happening when we still had the old battery on there. So I do think that the battery eventually runs bad and you have to replace it. I did not want to pay $130. I think it's worth the about 50 bucks that it costs. Link in description. If you think that the filters might be your issue, go check out my review of the filters here.